In this video, you're going to discover some simple standing postures that will help you ease digestion and feel more grounded and calm. Allow your heart to listen. Hi, I'm Nid, a soul guide and master in energetics, and in this video we are going through some standing postures inspired from Alchemy Yoga by the wonderful John Burke here in Australia. This series of postures takes you through the digestive process, which at the end of the day is the alchemy of lots of different chemical interactions in our body. As I said, it is inspired, but I really want to acknowledge his wonderful teaching, and you should check out the link below if you too are inspired with this sequence. I really love to do this, especially if I wake up in the night feeling like my stomach's not quite settled for whatever reason, and find it really grounding to do it first thing in the morning to get my body into the flow for the day. Starting with your feet, hip distance apart, toes pointing forwards, find that weight forwards into the kidney 1 point. That is at the ball of the foot, around about the third toe joint. So your weight really is in the center of the feet. Relax the knees, let the hips relax with the tailbone slightly dropping down, shoulders over hips, head over shoulders, arms relax down by your side. Take an inhale, taking the arms up and overhead, and catch hold of that right wrist with your left hand, stretching up through the body. Side bend over to the left, extending and opening through the right side of the body. And then allow yourself to relax the upper back as it comes around and release head and shoulders, come back up. We'll do that one more time. Reaching the arms up and over, clasp hold of the right wrist. Stretch up nice and long before you open out to the side. And then allow the body to soften and round as the arms come down and drop down by your hips. We then take a twist, opening up to that right side. Lift your arms up and overhead for a big full body stretch. Feel the abdomen open and slightly lift the sternum. And then come back to center and let the arms just drop back down. Again, open out to that right side. Lift the arms up and overhead. Take that big full belly stretch, sternum lifts. And turn back to the front and let the arms come back down. We're then going to step back with our right foot, finding a kind of a high lunge position, softening through that left knee. And it really is up to you how deep you want that position to be. But do relax the back leg so that you're opening out into that back hip. It's more important that you drop and open the back hip than you extend the leg and get a back bend. We're looking for the hip extension in the front of the thigh and hip area. And then let's take both of those arms, reach them up towards the sky, and if you can, interlace the fingers for that stretch. Holding it here for a couple of breaths. If you feel comfortable, you can take your eye gaze up to the sky to A, challenge the balance, and B, get a little deeper stretch through that hip. Breathe into the belly throughout. And then allow the arms to come back down and straighten both legs, bringing the feet slightly closer together. We're then going to hinge forwards at the hips, trying to keep them both nice and level with that sense of the thighs drawing up into the body. Take your right hand across to that left knee and open out into a twist, looking over to the left. You can take that top hand up to the sky, or you can bring it down to the base of the pelvis on the back of the body. And just from the side view, this is where we're at. Again, stay breathing into the belly. And then just turn to face forwards over the legs and come forwards into a fold over both legs. Allow the torso to soften. Use your feet pushed down through the legs to bring yourself back upright. And from here, we're going to shift onto that front left leg, and you're going to catch hold of the back foot coming into a quad stretch. If you're comfortable to do so, we're then going to bring that knee forwards, lifting it up in front of us. If you have the hamstring flexibility, you can always go for that full straight leg, but we'll start with the knee bend. And then we take the leg out to the side of the body. little bit of a balance challenge. And then you're going to drop that leg back again, finding that quad stretch. And if it feels okay for your spine, you can take it into that little bit of a dancer pose, extending out through the whole of the abdomen. And maybe the left arm reaches forwards to help you counterbalance. Release that foot, letting it come back to hip distance apart. Taking an inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. And with a flat spine but soft knees, you're going to straighten down, folding over those hips, allowing your spine to stay as straight as it can the whole way down. And then bend those knees, bring the hands behind your knees into a squat. From here, we push through the feet to rise up, taking the arms overhead. We do this one more time. We hinge at the hips, keep the knees soft, keep that weight forwards into that K1 point in the legs. As you hinge over, it engages that core. Feeling the spine as straight as you can the whole way down. Now for some of you, it's going to be a lot higher up. And for others, you might be able to get those hands all the way to the floor. It just depends on those hamstrings in your back. You then bend those knees, letting your hands come behind your knees for the squat. And push down through all four corners of your feet. Engage all the muscles of the leg. Stand back up. And just take a moment letting the hands drop down. Maybe they rest in front of the lower abdomen. Take 2 breaths. We next step the left foot back into that lunge position. Bend that right knee, and again, find that back knee bent so you can get that opening through the back of the thigh. You can take those arms, interlace the hands if you can. Remember to do the hand grab the other way, and push the hands up to the sky. Find your balance. Feel the legs nice and strong. Stretch out through the side of the ribs, and if the balance feels good, eye gaze can look up towards the hands above you. Breathe into the belly, nice low belly into that dantian area around the pelvis. And then release the hands, stand back up, bring that back foot 1 foot step in. And we'll hinge at the hips. If you need to bend the knees, you can. Coming forwards, try and keep the hips level. Only take the spine as low as it can, but at the lowest, it should be at hip height, no lower. We then take that hand, left hand across to the right knee. Right hand can come to the pelvis for the twist. Or if it feels okay for the back, you can lift the right arm up and look up to that right hand. From here, gently come back, square the shoulders to the feet, and soften the chest down towards the thigh, finding that forward fold. Breathe into the belly, soften the spine, soften the shoulders and the torso. Let the head curl in and under. And then we push down through both feet to rise the body back up to standing. And if you can, shift that weight into the front leg, lifting the back foot up. Catch that quad stretch for a moment. Center your balance. From here, you bend that left knee forwards, coming into that hug into the chest. If it's available to you, you can take that hand to big toe for that hamstring stretch. And then you would take the leg out to the side, if that feels okay to you. Otherwise, knee is bent. And then drop that knee back to that quad stretch. Or if your back feels okay and you're grounded through the leg, start to lift the leg up. Use your right hand forwards to counterbalance into that dancer. Opening out through this whole left side of the body and the belly. Let that foot come in to hip distance. Those soft knees are here. And this time we're going to inhale, arms up overhead and come down into a squat. Hands come across the body, up and out into that squat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale and down. Only so far as your knees are comfortable for one more round. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And let those hands come to the belly and take those breaths down into that low abdomen area. Well done for taking that sequence. It's a beautiful one to learn and use regularly, especially if you struggle to sleep with digestion, and to get you going first thing in the morning if that's a time when you feel really sluggish. Effectively, use it anytime your digestive system is not really feeling up to it, to help you get that full reset and start to alchemize what is going on within your body. If you're enjoying this gut health series, then make sure you subscribe so that you get the next video as soon as it's released in your inbox. And in next week, we will be exploring the use of aromatherapy to help us calm and let the body digest and relax through a couple of very simple techniques. Thank you for joining. Have a wonderful day.